Buddy, it is me, I don't care 1599, and today there's been a new pack release on Magic the Gathering Arena, and that is, as you can see, Strixhaven. Currently, the pack goes for 1,000 like all other packs. Yeah, and that there's some bundles that you can do from, yeah, a whole lot of new stickers, cards, and pets and sleeves. They also have some of the Japanese cards. You gotta purchase them, but that's a reasonable price, at least to me. But yeah, and there's a code that lets you get 3 for free. I'll leave that in the description. But let's start opening these suckers up. All right, these are all new cards, I assume. Let's see. Palace Blood Mage. Vampire Warlock. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. Create a 1/1 black and green pest creature with the token when it dies, you gain a life. You draw a card and lose 1 life. Exile target player's permanent. Uh, exile target player's graveyard. Huh. That's a pretty interesting card, not gonna lie. A whole load of. Put like 3 cards into one, but alright. Anyways, let's see this next one. Professor of Symbology. When it enters the battlefield, learn. Alright. A lesson card. You own out of the game into your hand or discard a card to draw a card. That's pretty nice. Alright. Thrilling Discovery. You gain 2 life. You may discard 2 cards. If you do, draw 3. That could be decent if you got a really bad opening hand. Field Trip. Search your library for a basic force and then put that card onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle, and then learn. Lets you do another lesson card. Okay, that's decent. Dragon's Approach. Deals 3 damage to each opponent. You may exile Dragon's Approach and 4 graveyards. You may do the if you do search your life your for a creature card. Okay. Hmm. Oh wait. A deck can have any number of cards named Dragon's Approach? Yo, that's sick. Currently in Magic the Gathering Arena, there's only 2 other cards that let you put as many of them as you want. One's, well, they're both actually historic. One's Petitioners, or Petitioners. No, it's Persistent Petitioners. They're a blue card worth 2 mana, and they mill. It's weird, but yeah. The other one's Rat Pack, or Rat Colony. That's the one I like. But yeah, this is new. That's pretty big. Not gonna lie. Ooh. All right. Next is Introduction to Annihilation, which is a lesson card. That's good. Exile target non-permanent. Its controller draws a card. That's that can be good, but the draw, the other person drawing a card is a bit of a turn down, especially for that high cost. But can be useful. Who knows? Maybe you got a pacifism on one of your guys. Go and do it like that, I guess. But let's see, this next one. Dina Soul Steeper. Black green legendary creature. Dryad Druid. Ooh. You gain whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Now, that's pretty good. There's some cards like that that are only black and some white in historic, so it's nice to see one of those in standard now. And if, for 1 mana, sacrifice another creature. Dina Soul Steeper gets X plus 0 until end of turn, where X is a sacrifice Peach's Crowd. Now that could be nice, like if they don't block it at the beginning and they block something like a 9/9 beast, you go and kill that 10, boom, you win. Ooh, done tricked them. That's a really good card though. Legendary creature. That'd make for a good commander, I think. Oh, alright. This is a new card. Brainstorm. Draw 3 cards and put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. Okay. Alright, that's interesting. Sets up a little combo, or unless you're going up against a mill. Yeah, That is an interesting thing. Alright, let's open the next one. Yes. Alright. Oh, a new eliminate one. That is very nice. Alright, where was I? We got a new eliminate card. Well, not really, it's just slightly different. It's an instant and it's a 1/2. Destroy target creature with Planeswalker with mana value 3 or less. That's decent. The new art's pretty good, not gonna lie. But yeah. Alright, next. Master Symmetrist, the creature Rhino Druid. It's 4 mana, 2 green, 2 colorless with reach. Ooh, that's nice. Whenever a creature you control with power equal to its toughness attacks, it gains trample until the end of turn. Huh. That's pretty interesting. Not quite sure how well that would work, but it's definitely an interesting thing to play with. Alright, and now we got a Springmane Servant, an Elk. There's a couple elks, so if you want to do an elk deck, that's pretty moose. Haha, jokes. When Springmane Servant enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. Yeah, that's pretty decent for a 3/2 that costs 3. Alright, Silver Quill Pledge Mage. Vampire Cleric, this is one of those house college cards, apparently. Oh, and it has Magecraft. Ooh, that's one of the newer things that they added in with this pack. Whenever you cast a copy of an instant or sorcery spell, Silver Quill Pledge Mate gains your choice of flying or lifelink until the end of turn. Now that could be interesting. Next one is Defend the Campus. Choose one. Creatures you control get a +1/1 until end of turn, or destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. That'd be interesting. Then the Witherbloom Apprentice. That is another one of those house things, I believe. Another black-green, Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy and since sorcery spell, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Now that would be a good card for that other card we had previously. At least for a commander deck. It even has the same colors. Nice. Oh, and then mythic or rare card we got is Wandering Archak, which is a creature or a sorcery. Okay. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery, they may pay 2. If they don't, you may copy that spell. You may choose target for that spell. Whoa, that's actually really good. Nice. The sorcery is, each player looks at the top 5 cards of their library and may reveal a land card and slash or an instant sorcery from them. Each player puts that card they revealed this way into their hand, and the rest at the bottom of their library in a random order. Each player gains 3 life. Huh. That would be... seems like either an early on gameplay or a last chance mulligan sort of thing. But the creature one seems really good. Don't quite know how I feel about that sorcery version though, but on to the next pack. Let's see what we got. Alright, Revitalize. That's a new flip, what is it called? That's a new artwork, yay! Considering there's 2 artworks for that already, but I do like the artworks on these redone cards. They look very nice. Like, look at that. Arrows in the back and then glowy hand with magic. Pretty cool. Alright, next up is Excavated Wall. Defender and mill a card. A colorless one, mill a card. 0/4 with Defender. That could be useful. Yeah. Like, you have it out just for the Defender, and then if somebody scries one and, like, doesn't opt, you can just go, boop, no, and then, bam. That is pretty good. Oh, Environmental Sciences, and it's a lesson. Cost 2, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle, and you gain 2 life. That's a pretty good one, not gonna lie. It's like Cultivate, but you gain life. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Oh, Moldering Karok. A zombie crocodile with trample and lifelink. That seems pretty good. A little pricey, but 2 colorless, a black and green. That's not too bad. Alright. Winter Bloom Pledge Mage. That's another one. Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant sorcery spell, you gain 1 life. Nice. So if you go and copy it with that other card we got earlier, you get a life. And if you go and make your own, you still get a life. That's pretty good. And look at that tree, man. Ooh. Alright. Lorehold Apprentice. A human cleric magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant spell, tell him to turn spirit creatures you control get tap. This creature does 1 damage to each opponent. That'd be pretty good. End of the game if you had a spirit deck. And you gotta go and do an all-out finale instead of just going and doing that. You just go and get straight past all the creatures. That'd be really good. It's like raid bombardment, but not as good. But still, it's a pretty interesting card. Artwork's pretty nice too. Like, ooh, look at that. That paper be floating. Alright, and for the rare or mythic, exponential growth. Oh, it's an XX green. Until end of turn, double target creature's power X times. Okay. Double target creature's power X times. Wow. That would be really good if you had a green deck that revolves, like, you pair this up with that Asiac guy and, like, Skewed Swarm. Like, ooh, you. If even if it's an early Skewed Swarm, wow, that would be, that is very overpowered, man. Definitely not gonna tell my friends about that card with their Skewed decks. Oh boy, yikes. Do not want to go against that, but for you, that'd be very good. Oh, I got a new art. Seems like they want to do new arts for all these 1-cost spells, but it's alright. They look pretty good, not gonna lie. And it looks like this art card is a female. The last two, from what I think, or what I remember, have been males, I think. Oh, and now we got a new legendary creature, Rutha Mercurial Artist. I severely doubt that I said that right, but that's whatever. It's a legendary creature. It's probably from one of those houses since it's a blue-red and it's got artist in the name. But anyways, for 2, you return Rutha to your owner's hand. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose a new target for the copy. That'd be pretty decent. Not that good for a commander, but that's a pretty decent one. Yeah. Oh, and the next one is a green-blue Needlethorn Drake. Flying and Death Touch for 1/1, and it costs 2. That's okay, but I don't know how much good it would be. Like, I guess since not everybody goes and plays a black deck, it'd be good, like a Typhoid Rat, but not as cheap. But yeah, that's whatever. Next card is a Twin Squirrels Shaman. Ooh, it's a Dwarf Shaman. Ooh, with Double Strike. Eh, that's not too good, but who knows? With that, then paired up with Magalda, like that one dwarf lady that makes, like, treasure, that might be decent. I don't know. Lorehold Campus. Enter the battlefield tap, add 1 of either, or if you got 4, you can scry 1. That'd be decent for a... Oh no, I don't have either. You just put one of these in, and it could go for either. But that scry thing doesn't seem too good to me, but, you know, your idea is, you know? Serpentine Core. Curve. Totally didn't say it, core. It's 3 colorless, 1 blue. Create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put X 1/1 counters on it, where X is 1 plus the total number of instant and sorcery cards you own and exile. You own and exile in your graveyards. Huh. That could be decent. Alright. Igneous Inspiration. 2 colorless, 1 red. It deals 3 damage to any target, and it's a learn. Or it has learn. That's interesting. Alright. And the rare, oh, mythic rare wild card. Alright. That's unfortunate when you want to show things to people, but oh well. Alright. Agonizing Remorse. A new sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. Or a card from their graveyard. Exile that, you lose 1 life. I think this is a card that's been had before, or something that's very, very similar. But it looks pretty good, not gonna lie. Don't mind getting that. Alright, next is Plum of the Forbidden. A colorless black instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may sacrifice 1 or more creatures. When you do, copy this spell. For each creature sacrificed like this, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. You see, if you're a black-white deck that goes around and just gains life a lot and like makes tokens often, that'd be good, but that's a lot of conditions. That doesn't seem that reliable here to me, but if you can use it, good for you. Next one is a Pigment Storm. 3 colors, 2 reds. It deals 5 damage to target creature. Excess damage is dealt to that creature's controller instead. That would be decent, but as long as like for that price, it seems a bit much. Like if you want to just go and kill a creature for 5, there's a spell called like Jaya's Embrace or something like that. It does 5, and with the kicker it does 10. I think what they're trying to go and really show as good is the excess damage part, but in my mind I'm just not seeing it as worth it. But anyways, let's go to the next. Bury in Books. Spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets an attacking creature, put target creature into its owner library second from the top. Okay, so basically, if you were to use it for that purpose, it would cost 2 colorless, 1 blue. So, let's look at this next one. A pop quiz. That was also shown on the releasing beforehand. It's draw a card and learn. And I'm gonna go and pause real quick, because there seems to be a lot of background noise. So, 1 sec, please, while I'll get back to you on that. And we're back, still barking. I'm annoyed. No! That's unfortunate. Let's see, where's the thing that we drew? Oh, I think this was one of them. You may pay 1 black rather than pay this spell's mana cost. This was in play, an opponent draws cards. I'll target creature or planeswalker. That is decent. And Explosive Welcome does 5 damage to any target and 3 damage to any other target. Adds 3, so it's a 7. 1. That's pretty expensive, but like, if I assume there has to be some sort of card that goes and has been added that just makes a lot of lands or something, because some of these cards are getting expensive, and the other one was a repeat, so that's all. So let's go back to opening decks. Yay! Alright. Claim the Firstborn. Now, that is an old looking card that I remember seeing at one point. I think it was still in Standard, but I believe it was from Throne of Eldraine, which will be switched out at some point in the future. Probably before the end of the year, but I don't know. But basically, you gain control of target creature with mana value of 3 or less until the end of turn. Untap that creature, gains haste until end of turn. That is nice. And it's only a 1. Nice. Alright, the next one is Go Blank. Target player discards 2 cards. Then exile all cards from the player's graveyard. Similar to cards we have, but a bit different in pricing and how many cards they discard, but that's a pretty good one. There's some decks that can work with that from what I've seen. And the next one is first day of class. Alright. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, put a 1/1 counter on it, and it gains haste until end of turn, and it has learn. Now, hear me out here. That would be good for like a goblin attack. Yeah, that's a bad joke, but still. As a, oh, what is this? Pillar drop warden, a spirit and a dwarf card? And it has reach, ooh. And let's see what this ability is. For 2 colorless mana, tap it, sacrifice pillar drop warden, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand, activate only as a sorcery. Yeah, that could be decent. It'd be a tank, and then you get a good card, it gets counter, you go and tap it again, and then they're screwed. Your opponents at least. But yeah, next one is Make Your Mark. Target creature gets +1/0 until end of turn. When that creature dies this turn, create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Huh. Now that is interesting, because I don't remember there being any red spirit tokens, but hey, it's a new deck, so it makes sense. Very interesting. Another environmental sciences and another wither bloom at presence. We've seen both of those, so let's look at the mythic or rare. It's a pestilent cauldron. Discard card. Create a 1/1 black and green pest with when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. That's pretty nice. Each opponent mills 3 cards equal to the amount of life you gain this turn. Huh. Oh wait, that's mill 1 card, not 3. Lamau. Exile 4 target cards from a single graveyard. Draw a card. That would definitely fit in very, very well with one of those black-white decks I was talking to you guys about earlier, where you go and just get life and you mill at the same time. Definitely brings in some interesting things. Like, who knows, maybe for once we won't see a rogue mill deck in play. Alright, let's see what this sorcery is. Restorative Burst. Return up to 2 target creatures, land, or slash or planeswalker cards from your graveyard to your hand. Each player gains 4 life. Exile Restorative Burst. That's pretty nice, but a little pricey. I think the Cauldron artifact is way better, but that's just me. And yeah, let's go on to the next pack. Let's go. Yay! Bacon. Alright. Whirlwind Denial. For each spell and ability under your opponent's control, counter it unless the controller pays for. Huh. For each spell and ability. Does that include graveyards and exiles? I wonder. Nah, it's probably for that moment. Because that would be extremely overpowered. Like, oh, you have 8 spells in your library. You gotta pay for each of them. Or, like, your graveyard, but... that's a pretty good card, not gonna lie. Artwork looks very nice, too. But, yeah, if you're going against a dual casting deck, or, like, something that just makes 20 spells out of nothing, like there has been, it's not often you see it. But it is something that can happen, and yeah, I think that'd be a really good way to counter that now. Mentor's Guidance. It's a sorcery, 2 colorless, 1 blue. When you cast this spell, copy it. If you control a planeswalker, cleric, druid, shaman, warlock, or wizard, scry 1 and then draw a card. Talk about a mouthful. Whew. Alright. That's pretty good though. Copy a spell. Oh, next one is X spell. Exile target tapped creature. That's pretty decent. Instead of just having to do damage to it or murder it and put it into the graveyard, you exile it. Pretty nice alternative to other ones. Alright. Study Break. Tap up to 2 target creatures and then learn. And then you can get a lesson card. Ooh. These 2 cards would work well together. You go and tap 2, you get rid of the bigger threat. Pretty nice. Yeah. Guiding Voice. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature and learn. That can be decent. Eye Twitch. An eye badge. When Eye Twitch dies, learn. And it's a 1/1 flying. That's alright. Whoa. That looks very much, very... Yep, that's my reaction. Alright, let's read this. Whenever an opponent activates an ability that isn't a mana ability, Flame Scroll Celebrant deals 1 damage to that player, and for 1 colorless and 1 red, Flame Scroll Celebrant gets +2/+0 until end of turn. That's a pretty good card. That's a pretty good card. There was an old card that was like Harsh Mentor and Historic. I think it was like the Amaket deck or pack that was in, which had a similar ability. Although I can never get it to work. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. It might be good. The next one is Revel in Silence. Your opponents can't cast spells or activate planeswalkers loyalty abilities this turn. So I'll Revel in Silence. That could be useful. Yeah. Alright. On to the next pack. Open her up. And let's see. Village Rites. Yep, that is another one of those instant ones with new artwork. Yeah, you guys can read that one. I ain't. Alright, next one. Thunderous Orator. A core wizard. Ooh, core ones. Those are pretty nice. Alright, whenever Thunderous Orator attacks, it gains flying until end of turn if you control a creature with flying. Same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, and Trample. Wow. Okay. Talk about a jack of all trades. As long as you have another creature with flying, any creature you have... Wait, no. Okay. Oh. Okay, that is very overpowered. As long as you have another flying creature, this guy gets First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, and Trample. That is a very good card. Very, very good card. Wow. That is... I don't know what they were thinking about that. Seems very overpowered for just a 1/2, but that's just me. But yeah. Wow. Because it gets all of those. And like, whew. Definitely gonna go and make a few of those. Oh, and it has Vigilance to begin with too. Wow. Alright. Let's see. Pillar Drop Rescuer. Spirit Cleric. That's nice. They added some new spirits. When Pillar Drop Rescuer enters the battlefield, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. Nice. Another berry in the books. A Quandrix Campus. When it enters the battlefield tap, I don't... Okay, it's just like that other campus with the scry ability. So, not that good, not that bad. Alright, next one is a Stonebound Mentor. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, scry 1. That'd be decent. Next one is an Honor Troll. Vigilance, a Troll Druid. Alright, if you'd gain life, you gain that much +1 instead. Oh, so it's like that, one angel. That Angel of Vitality, I believe. Honor Troll gets +2/+1 as long as you have 25 or more life. It's exactly like that angel card. Okay, but it's green. White players are not going to be happy with that. Hehe. All of Oracles. Add a colorless. Add 1 mana of any color. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Activated this only as a sorcery. And only if you cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn. Seems very specific, but that can be worked around with this, all the things in this deck. Ooh, a new negate spell. And target non-creature spell. Artwork's pretty nice. I think they nailed like most, if not all, the new artworks for those classic spells / instants. Another first day. Okay, here's one. A Spectacle Mage. Ooh, a Bird Shaman. Flying. Instant and sorcery spells you cast with mana value 5 or greater cost 1 less to cast. That could be useful. Yeah. Your first year, a human wizard. Whenever you cast or copy an instant sorcery, your first year gets a 1+1/0 until end of turn. That seems like a filler card, but it could be good. Alright. Accelerating Allocution. Put 2/1/1 counters on target creature you control, otherwise other creatures you control get 1/1 until end of turn. That there's a card like that, but that seems decent. Detention Vortex. Ooh. Enchant non-land permanent. Enchant can't attack or block and activate its abilities. Can't be activated. Destroy Detention Vortex. Only your opponent may activate this ability and only as a sorcery. Oh, okay. Alright. I was about to say that seems kind of OP for one, but no. It's like or not even pacifism. It's like Bound in Gold, that card, but there's a way to get rid of it if you don't have spell. So that could be decent, yeah. And the next is whoa, Body of Research. 3 green, 3 blue. Create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature plus put X as number card 1/1 counters on it where X is the number of cards in your library. What? Excuse me? Create a 0/0 green blue fractal creature token. Put X 1/1 counters on it where X is the number of cards in your library. I say this to you again. What? That is overpowered. Like, even with that high mana cost, that is still extremely overpowered. Wow. What were they thinking? They have cards like Ashiok, which is a green. And with all these other cards, that is highly overpowered. Like, what do you think? You get this card, it's like turn 6. You still have like 40 cards in your or in your library still. Unless you're going in a mill deck or something. Like, what are they thinking? That is highly overpowered. If that isn't a mythic, I'd be surprised. Alright, next pack. Strategic Planning. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Okay, alright. Devouring Tendrils. Ooh, this looks fancy. It's a sorcery. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. When the permanent you control, or when the permanent you don't control dies this turn, you gain 2 life. Hold on, let me reread that. That just messed with my brain. Alright. Her deals damage equal to the power of target creature you don't control. Oh, okay. It's like a ram through. Alright. And if the creature dies, you gain 2 life. Okay, that's pretty decent. Another expel. Alright. A Bayou Groff. Ooh, a plant dog? Ooh. Is an additional cast a spell, sacrifice a creature, or pay 3. Oh, and it's a 5/4. That would explain a bit. Okay. Yeah, that'd be good with like that two dog that that dog cat card that goes and makes a cat dog card thing really good in Commander. Yeah. I can't quite remember or not if that is a flippin' why is that thing screaming? Gah! But basically, yeah, good card in certain circumstances, which could say said for most. Next on Spectre of the Fens. Target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life for 5 colorless, 1 black. That wouldn't be used much, but alright. Fortified Draw. You gain 2 life. Target creature gets plus XX until X spend the life you gain this turn. That's decent. Okay, give me a minute while I go and just get rid of some chicken. Back. And we're looking at the Mythic card. Basic Conjuration. 1 colorless, 2 green. Sorcery Lesson. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from amongst them and put it into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. You gain 3 life. Yay! Sore throat. But that seems decent. And on to the final pack. And we see A Retriever Phoenix, another Phoenix card. Okay. When Retriever Phoenix enters the battlefield, if you cast it, learn. Huh. I don't see why you wouldn't be the one to cast it, but alright. As long as you, as Retriever Phoenix is in your graveyard, if you would learn, you may instead return Retriever to the battlefield. Okay, I see. So that explains it. Alright. Next is Expressive Iteration. Alright. Blue, red, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, put the one at the bottom of your library, and exile one of them. You may play that exiled card this turn. Okay. Fuming Effigy, Spirit. It's red, 3 colorless, 1 red. When one or more card leaves your graveyard, Fuming Energy deals 1 damage to each opponent. That's not that good. And next is Teach by Example. It's an instant for 2 blue or 2 red or a mixture of the two. You know, at least that's what I've experienced from that. Anyways, when you cast your next instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose a target for the spell. There's spells like this, but usually it was only 2 reds. But alright. It's nice to see they added blue to that. Next one is Waterfall Aerialist. 3 blue. Flying in War 2. Whenever. What? Can't be blocked by flying or reach. Whenever a permanent with ward becomes. Okay. Basically, it's spell proof unless they pay an extra 2. That's not that good, but another Structure of Defense. Open Satchel. Let's see what this is. A colorless 2 artifact, Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy instant or sorcery spell, put a book counter on spell satchel. Remove a book counter from spell satchel, add a colorless mana. Or 3, remove 3 book counters and draw a card. That'd be decent, I guess. Next one. Tezzeret's Gambit. Draw 2 cards, then proliferate. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Exterior Mana. That is a new thing. For 3 colorless, and then one of the freaks can be paid with either with a water mana or 2 life. Huh. Proliferate, choose a number of permanents and /or players, and give each another counter of each kind they already have. Okay, so basically it allows this card to be played in other decks if you don't do blue. I wouldn't like it personally, but that's just me. And that's all the cards I purchased. So yeah, hope you all have a nice day. Enjoy the release, and yeah. See y'all next time. Bye.